I've gone out and bought myself a new laptop. This is actually a MacBook Pro. It's been at least a decade since I've daily driven one, and the last one that I owned was a 2010 model, I believe. That's way before Apple Silicon, and that's when it was still using Intel CPUs inside, and I think Radeon GPUs. It's been quite a long time. I'm very curious just to see what Apple offers in terms of a laptop form factor for video editors or photographers, for creatives, because as far as I can tell for MacBooks, one of the main draw is the performance plus battery efficiency while being completely unplugged. I typically use Windows laptops that are typically powered by Intel, AMD, or NVIDIA, and usually for Windows laptops, you need to be plugged into the wall for you to get the maximum performance out of that laptop. And they're not as small and compact compared to like the MacBook Pro. What I have is the MacBook Pro 14-inch, the M4 Pro model with 24 gigs of memory. I will be comparing this to my daily driver that I use for work. That's the Creator 16 AI Studio from MSI, and that comes with an Intel Core Ultra 1 series processor with a RTX 4090 laptop GPU. So I'm really curious just to see what the differences are between these two laptops. I actually picked this up from Micro Center because they were having a 15% off sale. I'm not used to seeing a Apple product in this type of brown box. My assumption is for security reasons. Go ahead, oh, okay. Wow. I've got to give it to Apple, even for the protective brown box layer. They managed to design it in a way where, you know, it opens up nicely and it presents the laptop to you as the consumer. So I think that's a very nice touch, because right here you see the laptop right in front of you and you see the name of the product, the MacBook Pro, as you lift this down. Pretty cool. I think, yeah, if I had gone to the Apple store to buy it, I think I would have just received this box by itself. Naturally, as a photographer or videographer, the 14-inch screen size, I think, is something I normally don't consider. Normally, I want a larger display for, you know, more room to look at the photos or the video. But for this personal purchase, I wanted to do and try something different. Normally, I use 15 or 16-inch laptops, and I normally don't go for 14-inch, but because of its compactness, I want to give this a shot and see just how powerful it is, because I do want to reduce what I carry when I travel. And I think, hey, if I could get this 14-inch laptop to work for me, maybe it'll be a good trade-off. You know, not as much screen real estate, but maybe just a little bit less physical weight to have to carry around. Okay, pull that to lift it up. Just set that off to the side for now. This Type-C to MagSafe adapter. Next thing I want to pull up is this, which documentation, which undoubtedly I will ignore. Why is there like a spacer here? The adapter itself. So I think, yeah, so this is a 96-watt charger. That's kind of weird. So I got the space black MacBook Pro, but the cable is a black cable, but the power brick is white. I guess maybe it might have been too expensive to produce a space black power brick. I don't know. Follow a couple photographers on YouTube and followed like their setup that they have, and I actually might use this Ugreen power adapter instead. So it provides 140 watts of charging on one port. It comes with a second Type-C port and a Type-A, so I have 3 ports on this one. It's roughly the same size, maybe just a little bit thicker than the Apple one. I might get with this. It actually kind of matches the space black or the black cable, so this might look a little bit nicer of a pairing, if I'm honest. At least more cohesive. I didn't realize it was a MagSafe to Type-C adapter. I think that's actually pretty nice. I did worry that the charging cable was not removable from the brick, but luckily enough it is. So instead of bringing this one, I could bring my Ugreen 140 watt charger. And then for the laptop itself. So, yeah, okay. Ooh. And there it is. Looks pretty nice, but I have heard that this is quite the fingerprint magnet. So I do try to carry a cleaning cloth with me at all times now, just to clean my glasses or my phone, just to wipe off some oils. So hopefully the fingerprint issue won't be an issue for this. Oh, wow. It automatically powered on just a tad bit. How do I remove this? There is a little piece of protective layer protecting the screen. As soon as I opened the laptop, it booted up. I wasn't expecting that. Well, let's get started, I guess. The laptop looks like it's at 50% charge. Ooh, dark mode or light mode? Let's go with dark mode. I don't think I've ever used Mac OS in dark mode. When setting up with the MacBook Pro, it did ask me if I wanted to migrate from a previous MacBook iteration or from a Windows PC. I typically never migrate anything over. I always want to try to start fresh. Just starting brand new with a brand new laptop. This will take some getting used to. I'm gonna go ahead, get some programs installed, and try to get myself familiar with Apple again. But right off the bat, I already noticed some differences between this and the Creator 16 AI Studio that I use. The separation of having a personal laptop and a work laptop, I'm at that point where I want that separation because there's personal projects that I have on my work laptop that I can't remember exactly if it's for work or if it's personal. So I think having a separate device will help me to better compartmentalize and separate the work that I have, that I do for work, for my day job, and then for my personal that I do for fun. Really excited to get to know this laptop. I'm planning to bring this with me to Taiwan and Japan. I really hope I don't regret picking the 14-inch display over the 16-inch. It was about a 200-ish price difference, but I wanted to try something new.